I'd also like to welcome all of you again to this open house. We appreciate you being here on a frosty but yet sunny morning. And we appreciate you taking time to learn about this community foundation and what it could mean to your service within your own community and how you're able to participate in helping make this community much, much better. It might be helpful if I take a few minutes and kind of give you a little bit of a background on where this foundation started from. It originated as the Afton Foundation, which was founded back about 1994, and from an anonymous donor. And those funds were held in trust with the St. Paul Foundation. And through the years, it was not overly active in charitable activities, both with Afton or the Valley community specifically. So we wanted to make sure that we took an opportunity to try to figure out what we could do to make more use of those kind of funds and its opportunity to do that. 4 years ago, I was asked to be on the board, and during that time, our economy was taking kind of a dive in terms of, getting weaker and weaker, which caused problems with our municipalities and the LGA grants that they used to get. And that put enormous burden on our cities, which in turn puts burden on our residents. And we started thinking about or evaluating the role of the foundation during these difficult times. And we determined that we had to seek innovative ways of forging new alliances with local governments and community stakeholders, of working towards addressing common concerns and opportunities. The board voted unanimously to set sail in a new direction, and at that time, some board members chose not to take the journey but wished us well. Recognizing the Valley's growing challenges, the remaining board, Jeff Heegard, Rick Morato, Patricia McDonald, and myself, we needed to reassess its mission, and we also needed to expand its service area to facilitate or have a closer association with the Valley community. To meet these challenges, the board moved forward with actually being able to move the funds from the St. Paul Foundation to the St. Croix Valley Foundation. The board believes the broader scope of community service and closer connection with the St. Croix Valley Foundation will allow the new foundation to enhance its charitable capabilities, generate interest in Valley activities, and promote resident participation in community projects. In June of last year, we were successful in transferring nearly $100,000 of endowment funds from the St. Paul Foundation to the St. Croix Valley Foundation. Now came the task of defining our vision, our mission, and finding new board members, as well as creating an entirely new business model that reflects the foundation's expanded role. After basically a 2-year journey, I'm very pleased to introduce you today to the Lower St. Croix Valley Community Foundation for right here in our 5 cities. The Foundation's new board and its participating special advisors are extremely knowledgeable in the ways of community foundations and very passionate about community service. We couldn't have asked for a more dedicated and talented board to take on the challenge of casting the foundation into uncharted waters. I use the term uncharted waters because it's an accurate description as to the unique business model that we have created to fulfill the foundation's vision and mission. The foundation's vision is to act as a catalyst for improving the well-being of Valley residents, safeguarding our natural resources, and promoting common interests through proactive citizenry involvement, care, and compassion. The Foundation's mission, supporting that vision, is to interweave the unique attributes of each Lower St. Croix Valley city into one fabric of community interaction, care, and compassion. But how do we create one large community from 5 separate cities, each of whom enjoy their own autonomy? How do we safeguard our valley and its resources? How do we share common interests, address common concerns, promote community interaction, and exercise care and compassion for one another? The answers to these questions come in the form of an entirely new concept that has challenged the traditional thinking of typical community foundations and their standard business model. But before we introduce you to that concept, I would like Mr. Pat Rowley to take a moment and speak about what Jane and David had both talked about with respect to the traditional community foundations.